Shalom, Kahala, Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim Rekakadosh. Much honors and respects to the apostles and elders, great millstone, and to all the brothers out there doing the work in sincerity and truth, rightfully dividing the word of truth. You do it through your precepts. I say Shalom. Back for another quick four-part lesson. We're going to title it Prophecy and the Judgment Written. So let's get right into it. Let's deal with the word prophecy, all right? We're going to go into that word prophecy. But first, let's read this here, since we're going to deal with the prophecy and what is written, the testimony, all right, the scriptures, the word. I fell at his feet to worship him, and he said unto me, See thou do it not. Now, this is an angel appearing before John the Revelator on the island of Patmos, Revelations 19 and 10, all right? So, and he's telling them not to bow down to him, all right? Okay, for I am thy fellow servant and of thy brethren, hello, that have the testimony of Yahweh Shai, okay, for the worshiping of the God power, right, of the Most High, Yahweh. For the testimony of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy. Let's go into the word prophecy for you. Okay, people. And again, if you want to get into the scriptures, if you've been called in, you'll know whether or not you have. You'll have some spiritual discernment. You'll get into etymology of words. You'll get into history. Okay? And you'll know whether or not, you've been called in. All right? Because you certainly can't fake it, people. All right? It's about doing the work, rightfully dividing the word of truth, your precepts. You're commanded to do your precepts, all right, as well. Prophetiah.
Strong's G 4394. Prophetiah.
All right? So, prophecy, right? A discourse emanating from divine inspiration, hello, declaring the purposes of the Most High. How do you declare that? Through what? The word, the testimony, the prophecies, the parables, the dark sayings. Okay, do you understand that? All right? And remember, the Bible's full of allegories, metaphors. Okay, so if you're not going to get into the etymology of words, you're never going to be able to break down scripture. Okay? And remember, your precepts, they have to match up to what you're discussing. What particular scripture, what you're discussing, the precepts back that up. Okay? So again, you wouldn't take a square peg, try to put it into a round hole, because it wouldn't fit. You understand? All right? So that's called rightfully dividing the word of truth, okay? Using your precepts as you're commanded to. Whether by reproving or admonishing the wicked, hello, simply reading the testimony will do that, okay? Or comforting the afflicted, hello, see that? Yeah, amongst your people, and amongst, others, that are not Israelites, humanity itself, okay? Comforting them, giving them the truth. The truth, right? Ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. Okay? What is that? St. John's 8:32, right? See, revealing things hidden, because those things are not revealed to the masses. It's only revealed unto who? His servants, the prophets, Amos 3 and 7. Okay, his saints, again, the elect of Israel. All right, the mysteries that have been hidden for ages, but now made manifest unto, his saints. Okay, the same people, prophets, the saints. Okay, his elect. All right, it's not given unto all of Israel, and definitely not into anybody outside of Israel. Okay, so, or revealing hidden things, especially by foretelling future events, right? That's what it means to prophesy, to say before it happens. Okay? Do you understand that? Give me a minute. Right? What does it say here, Jeremiah 28? Nevertheless, hear now this word. Hello. Again, the scripture is the testimony. All right, the report. that I speak in thy ears and in the ears of all people. See? For all people, right? Okay, and this is how you bring them to understanding. Okay, how you would bring peace to the afflicted. All right, prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against many kingdoms, right, of war and of evil and of pestilence. Pestilence are your plagues, your viruses. All right, and the prophet which prophesied of peace, when the word of the prophet shall come to pass, then shall the prophet be known that the Lord Yahweh had truly sent him. There you go. We'll be right back with parts 2, 3, and 4. Shalom.